Lilith, Sophia, krishnidas. See, when I ask people nicely, go to them nicely, and I try to believe their words, well, it just ends up getting me took. So, here's the thing. She's deciding to gaslight me again. That's fine. That is fine. The thing is, if you're gonna claim I'm a liar, well, show me what's a lie. Now, there's video recordings with her. I'm on her brother's site. He's one of the people that helped me after Natalie was killed. Now, did he go with me to Ken and Leah's to try to get my telephone? Yes, he did. Was he involved in the situation the night that Natalie Bollinger disappeared? Yes, he was. Lilith, Sophia, krishnidas called him. That's Miss Peaches, a.k.a. Kayla Trujillo. That's his sister. Now, much like many of my predators, and she cannot be called anything but, she is, in fact, and indeed, a predator. Instead of doing the thing, she chose to play victim. So you know what I did? When she unblocked me today to talk shit at me, try to convince her brother not to watch those videos that are literally conversations between me and her, where she, in those videos, admits to the things that she's claiming are slander. So he will either listen to her and believe that it's slander, or he will listen to the videos and realize that, yes, she did, in fact, and indeed, admit to being a fucking drug dealer. She did, in fact, and indeed, admit to the situations with, of course, me going to her house, me being at her house when I got the call. She admitted that she gave me the ride to Boulder, Colorado when I made that 100-block walk to her house. Not once, but twice. That 100-block walk that Natalie Bollinger got away with pretending like I was stalking her because I walked that walk. Which just makes life great. On the bright side, I don't need your fucking permission to record you. I don't need your permission to record any of you. All I need is reasonable suspicion to believe that you're going to commit a crime against me. And, well, based on past history, that's pretty fucking easy. Yes, you care enough to help me if I bring cigarettes and then you play video games. Okay, Kayla Trujillo, you totally care about me. Not really. Gilbert Ortega, or Trujillo's house after the situation. You know, you should ask Kayla Trujillo about the 13-year-old pipe that I broke. It was on my lap. And they wanted me to do something, and it had to be right this moment. And I had the pipe on my lap, and it fell down, and it broke. And Kayla Trujillo had more reaction to that pipe breaking than anything that happened to me. She cared more about an inanimate object than she did about me. Now, she's sent me 2 messages already since she started this. See, all these people want to hide the truth. That I had to go to fucking drug dealers and drug addicts for help. That those are the only people who would fucking accept me because the rest of y'all are shit. That every one of them wanted to give me their pity-potty fucking pathetic excuse not to do the right thing. Every one of them exploited my disabilities and my resources with no thought for what it was costing me for them not to keep their words. For them to pretend that my intelligence meant that I should be able to magic this shit up myself. So what's Kayla Trujillo claiming is an outright lie? Is she claiming that I never went to her for help before Natalie was killed? Is she claiming that I was never at her house? Is she going to claim that she was in the room with me and Detective Peterson and Rogers? Rather than standing up to the predators, she bullied me. At least sometimes she was nice about it. There's a lot of times, many times, that we typed completely nice. So what part is Kayla Trujillo trying to pretend is not real? The argument with Joshua Bear, oh, that's recorded and in her voice. Gilbert Ortega is going to recognize that voice immediately. But then you guys don't stop to understand my disabilities. Instead, you just need to be a man. You need to man up. That's right. That's right. A disabled man, when he's taken advantage of because he's disabled, just needs to shut up and take it. We have to go to our friends and family for help, and they procrastinate, and they go out of their way to pretend that they don't fucking know nothing about all this time. Too bad, dummies. I already recorded our conversations and posted them up. Whether I did it with your permission or not is arbitrary. You had a choice. Kayla Trujillo had a choice to make. Now, I wholeheartedly believe that Gilbert Ortega would come forward and tell the truth. When Kayla Trujillo told me, hey, let's leave my brother out of it and I'll take care of that. Really? Did you? No, I had to get a hold of your brother here. You wanted to play victim with your victim mentality because you got busted fucking lying and manipulating and playing fucking head games as always, Kayla Trujillo. You gonna pretend you never had sex with Joshua Bear? Is that what it is? That one little thing there? I already got it recorded that you and Joshua Bear were doing that bullshit. December of 2016 when you were going to help me and you were drinking and he woke up and was a dick. You blamed all of that on him. Just like Shannon Alvarado won't take responsibility for her actions. She blames them on her daughter. Blames them on Rick or blames them on me. Life is grand. If you're going to tell me one thing and tell other people another, pay attention to the evidence. Pay attention to the evidence. Those of you who claim to be my friends didn't even try working together until all you had stabbed me in the back and been exposed. You didn't care who hurt me or my friends and family. And you wanted to pretend like your friends and family were, of course, being harmed. If that were true, then you would have tried to turn it in. You were making excuses. You never cared about me, you cared about my resources. And sure, you bullshit me a bit. But goddamn, that's the thing, Kayla Trujillo. You could have helped turn it in right away, just like many others. Gilbert Ortega gonna believe, well, or is he gonna admit that he was there? That he was there December 28th? After we got that call, December 28th, when you were gonna help me? December 28th of 2017, where was I, Kayla Trujillo? Why hadn't we done anything for the last couple of days before that? Was it because I'm a bad person? Or is it because you were busy and then you had back surgery? Am I lying about the back surgery? Because that's in your word, in our messages. What am I lying about, Kayla Trujillo? You know, the evidence that was in that phone, the one that I had when Natalie was killed, that was pretty fucking important. How long did it take for that phone to disappear? How many months did you lie to me about you're gonna, and then you fucking didn't? And you made every excuse. Oh, why don't you just forget about it? Why don't you just let it? You didn't want to stop. You just didn't want to stop victim blaming and victim shaming. All of you. And then you hide like cowards behind your families after you fuck up. Well, Gilbert Ortega might be a piece of shit and he might not. We'll find out if he's a good person or a piece of shit. We'll find out very shortly if he's a good person or a piece of shit. Now, where's that USB drive full of evidence that yes, in fact, and indeed, an hour, literally over a dozen conversations between you and I that are recorded on my YouTube channel? We speak about those multiple times. Where's that USB drive, Kayla Trujillo? Did you destroy evidence of the crime is against me? Because you were angry because I didn't do what you wanted right when you wanted? Because you're angry that I recorded you fucking lying to me? And now you're lying to your own family. Are you a fucking tweaker? Exposing Kayla Trujillo, Lilith, Sophia, krishnidas. Absolutely positive, fucking lootly, that's not the first time. Yeah, I felt sorry for her. Absolutely, I made a post about slander in her name, but is it really slander? To repeat what the police said, if she's not going to come forward and call it slander. Oh wait, but she did, didn't she? She called it slander because I repeated it. Because I said what the cops used as an excuse not to do their job, not to call any of these people, not to get in contact with any of them or make any attempt to collect evidence. Meanwhile, Kayla Trujillo, she wasn't really a friend. She didn't actually give a fuck about me. She cared about cigarettes and pot and cared about me watching her kids. Well, all right, no problem. Did I ever watch your kids? No, the couple of times she asked me to watch your kids, somebody else ended up doing it. Cool. Now the stuff with Tabitha Michelle Cook, she's pissed off too. They're all pissed off about the same thing. All of their lies. Did they tell me the truth when we had those conversations, or were they lying out their ass? Do their words, their excuses for not coming forward, do those show that they're good, honest friends, or do they show that they're fucking cowards? Since what the cops said is different from what Kayla Trujillo said, does that make Kayla a liar or the cops? Since I repeated what Kayla said, well, does that mean I'm slandering all the people that, well, I've got the recordings that she said those things. Dallas Richmond, same thing. Zach Richmond, same thing. Kayla Manning, same thing. Morgan Burns, dead as a fucking... Yeah, post that shit up too, motherfuckers. Rand Ingersoll's dead and her stuff's up too. Christine Buheat's dead and her stuff's up too. I got a lot of conversations with dead witnesses on my channel. Rory Jepson's no longer alive, but his family is. And they're on my YouTube channel too. See, our conversations show that I told the truth. If Kayla Trujillo had helped me to turn that stuff in instead of making it about her drug dealing, then I wouldn't have it recorded in her voice that she was drug dealing. Or that she was drug dealing to an ex-cop. Yeah, I got that information too. Man, I gotta tell you, I believe in doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do. How about you? It's the right thing to do to take advantage of an at-risk adult because, well, you're not getting what you want right when you want it. Because I'm not able to do what it is you're asking me to do. Because you made me go in alone. When the cops said I didn't try to get help, Kayla Trujillo took me to multiple appointments. She set the appointments up. But that didn't happen. That doesn't matter. This is, according to the police officers, these are figments of my imagination. Kayla Trujillo doesn't actually exist. I never tried to get help. Kayla Trujillo's actions and helping me set up those appointments, going with me to those appointments. Everything except speaking up about it or going to the cops. Our conversations show how incredibly hard I tried to get help stopping abuse. And that I literally had to scream at the top of my lungs and expose these people publicly on their own Facebooks and YouTubes. Hey, dude, looky here. These are your words. Your words. What do people do when I post up their words? They hide. They hide like rats. Rats. Make sure we say that the way that Christopher Tapp did. You're mad because I recorded without your permission and posted it on YouTube. Well, guess what? Those recordings showed I told the truth, and you're a fucking coward and a liar. I hope your brother watches that. The fact is that you're a low-down, dirty fucking piece of shit who let a good man be victimized over and over and over again. And then you want to hide behind your kids to do it. And then you want your families to protect you. Well, given the type of person that you turned out to be, I'd say you're pretty fucking disgusting. Lilith, Sophia, krishnidas could easily prove me wrong by telling the truth. Prove me wrong about her. She wanted to hide everything. Never trust an adult who asks you to keep a secret. They're up to no good. Unfortunately for Kayla Trujillo, she spoke about her secrets to me. These weren't secrets. This is shit she was involved in. Did Gilbert Ortega, did he read the protection order the night Natalie Bollinger disappeared? Let's ask him about that. Did he give me a ride? Let's ask him about that. A ride all the way to Ken and Leah's. That's right. He's been to the place where I lit the fire. That's right. I had to light a fire because Kayla Trujillo wanted to hide. She wanted to play Let's Make a Deal and try to leave her brother out of it. No, that's so she could manipulate. On the bright side, there's a lot of evidence and dozens of videos. She doesn't like the things that I said after she stabbed me in the back over Blaine McCrelius. A fucking drug dealer? Oh yeah, but she's a drug dealer. You can't interrupt the flow of drugs, can you? You know what else? Gilbert Ortega can fess up to the fact that I did, in fact, and indeed, smoke marijuana there. Absolutely. I also smoked cigarettes. I also played Magic the Gathering with him. Here's the thing about Kayla Trujillo. If she admits to any of it at all, then it lends an ear to the things I said about her. She could have helped me to turn it in instead of forcing me to make it public. It was her decision to do that. Well done. I gotta pretend to smile and pretend that I'm happy about this. But really, Kayla Trujillo could have just not been a piece of shit. You notice something about all these people that I went to before Natalie was killed. That I posted evidence that I went to them for help before Natalie was killed. You get to see how they all hid like rats after she was killed. That includes Lilith Sophia Krishnidas. Her profile is not her real name. And so people pretended that she didn't exist. But today she decided to pop up with her profile and show that even though I said Miss Peaches and Kayla Trujillo, it's Lilith Sophia Krishnidas' account. So, let's see, what else did I say that was slander? Oh, yeah, I did say that she never did anything to help. I also said I didn't try to get help. Very sarcastically. Same thing with her. But then, I really had to think about it. That's actually a matter of perspective. Sure, she did all of these things, but the one thing that I needed was a friend or family member to help me to turn it in. That's what I was going to her before Natalie was killed for. Let's ask her what it is that I was going to her for before Natalie was killed. Why did I need help? And why? Is there messages between her and I that show that, well, pretty much anything she's claiming is slander. There's evidence it's the truth. God damn. So let's take a look at whatever fucking Lilith Sophia Krishnidas is typing at me. I haven't been able to scroll down to her Facebook stuff for our messages to collect all the evidence. I did have it all collected, but then there's more added to it. So, of course, when she unblocked me and started commenting on her brother's page, that means she's got 48 hours before she can block me again. That's 48 hours where I can take pictures of whatever the fuck I want. Let's see if she's a speed racer about getting rid of all the evidence before I get pictures of it. Holy fuck. Blaine McCrelius was faster than me, but Ted Bollinger wasn't. None of the people in the Natalie Bollinger group with Lana Engeline and Amanda Engeline and Carl Rogers and a lot of other people, none of them were fast enough. All the people in that group are gone. It says message, Message deleted, I think. Message no longer available. And basically that the user's account disappears on, or doesn't exist anymore on some of them. Yeah, I had to deal with a lot of fucking crazies, plus people that I knew with a history of taking advantage of me. You know, I got rid of Lana and all them folks while I was in Virginia. I didn't need that kind of abuse anymore. On the bright side, those friends of mine turned predators finally learned to work together a little bit, but shit, even with me giving them every little piece of fuel and fire, they're still not able to work together well enough to get me locked up. I'm literally trying to get locked up. I'm literally showing you all of the loopholes that allow predators to get away, first of all. Yeah, I'm doing the shit that my predators did. How did my predators get away? If I'm fleeing their abuse, I have to do the same thing. I'm also showing why it is that an at-risk adult, especially if he's male, especially if he's homeless, needs a friend or family to go in with him. I also show how people literally show they don't care by making every excuse not to. Did Kayla Trujillo go with me to the Nebraska State Patrol Office in Boulder, Colorado, or sorry, Boulder County, Colorado, to try to turn in the evidence and crimes against me, including by Officer Whalen Lolitai? Did we go after 3 p.m.? Was it after 3 p.m. that we left? What time did we leave, Kayla? Just so you know, I'm already aware that I'm wrong about the time. I've got a post that shows the time that we went in. Now, did I lie about the fact that you and I had to speak to him over the intercom? Did I lie about the fact that it was a fire department building that we had to go to? Did I lie about the fact that we were turned away that day? Did I lie about Daniel Kitlitz? By the way, I got a screenshot today on your account since you unblocked me. The law allows me to get on there and take screenshots. It allows me to collect evidence from your Facebook page. You're angry I recorded without your permission? Well, I'm angry you never spoke up about those things because you allowed a lot of innocent people to be murdered because you wanted to fucking hide like a coward. Because you were fucking embarrassed. All the people I went to for help before Natalie was killed are embarrassed. Obviously, the screensaver from this is from January of 2018. By this point, I'm Eeyore. They didn't understand why I went from being Sean Schwartz, the funniest motherfucker on Pearl Street, to Eeyore. You really think that makes me feel good? I'm your Eeyore, but you love me? If I'd have tried harder to get you to listen, but no, it don't matter. You're friends with my predators. You can go ahead and pretend that you never said you and A-Bear had sex when you were underage, but I'm fairly certain you admitted to that in one of the videos too. You don't stop to put yourself in someone else's shoes because you're selfish. Maybe your brother won't be so selfish. But if you're going to fucking harass me for trying to get help from your brother, you're going to gaslight me for trying to get help from your brother, take a look at what I had to do with all of you to get your fucking attention. To get you to take it fucking seriously. Oh, goddamn woman. Goddamn man. The both of y'all. The least you could do. It don't matter how much I record, the cops are just going to talk over me every fucking time. I had my resources taken away because when people hurt me, and I go to you as my friends or family, you straight don't give a shit. Any excuse will do. Oh, I lost my left sock. That's a valid excuse. I'm sorry, Sean, I can't care about people harming you today, or how it destroys any chance that you have of ever seeing your loved ones again without fear of abuse. But I lost my left sock. I recorded your excuses from before Natalie was killed. I recorded your excuses after Natalie was killed. And I recorded your excuses after realizing that you'd been exposed. Oh, hell yes, that is going to change me immediately from being your friend into talking your fucking shit. God damn right. pretend to be my friend. I gotta pretend you're a perfect person, never did no wrong. And, well, now your brother gets to see that you did a lot of wrong. You don't care who gets hurt or killed. You're a fucked up person, Kayla Trujillo. But I'm still fighting for your rights. You had a choice. You can give me an apology trying to come back fucking calling me a liar, claiming I'm slandering your name. You didn't bother to look at the evidence. You didn't bother to speak up about the situation. I admitted you paid for my bail when I was finally able to get out of jail there in Larimer County. Did you ever look up the stuff with Clearview? Oh, you're going to call that slander? You're going to say Clearview wasn't really closed down? You're going to pretend you really didn't go to Waylon Lollitai to ask him what the law is? You can fucking look it up at your fingertips, stupid. You didn't have to go ask Waylon Lollitai. You just gonna believe what you're told because you're a retard? You don't like that name? Don't treat me like I'm fucking retarded. Don't talk down to me like I'm fucking retarded. And don't pretend like you're on some fucking high horse protecting your kids when you're putting my friends and family at risk, yourself included, stupid. Did you really do the things that you claim that you did? Or did the cops tell the truth? You wanted to keep your name a secret. You wanted to leave your brother out of it. Matter of fact, with you getting back in contact with me and harassing me, well, that made it easier to go back through. I literally would have had to stroll for an hour or more to try to find your picture in the messages part. But with you unblocking me, I just clicked on your face, took me to your profile. What did I do at your profile? Took a couple of pictures of some evidence, showed I told the truth, we were friends. I was depressed. Them situations did in fact and indeed happen. And hell yes, Kayla Trujillo was involved every step of the fucking way. She just wasn't involved in listening very fucking well. And oh, I sang her praises. I sang her praises. Them videos up there singing her praises. Miss Peach is the hero. That's still up there. That's a video full of the shit that she did for me. But none of it is going in with me for my safety to turn in the cops. Not a bit of her help, not even once, was going in with me for my safety and helped me to turn it in. Kayla Trujillo, I'm willing to spend the rest of my life in prison. Not only that, I've been to prison, Kayla Trujillo, on trumped-up charges they had to drop because I tried to turn in a registered Nebraska sex offender named Robert Franklin Warnick. Maybe you look his name up on the Nebraska sex offender registry. There's a lot that you miss, Kayla Trujillo. Just because I love you doesn't mean I must spare you. I'm exposing every person who is involved. You will not be spared that exposure. You intentionally let people hurt me, and you help them to get away with it. Your silence is compliance. Your silence is violence. When a good man does nothing, that is evil enough. Y'all want to play victim now, huh? Well, let's see. Let's see if you're able to convince your brother to listen to you instead of listening to the recordings. Of course, if he listens to you and listens to the recordings, he's still listening to you. He's still gonna recognize your voice. He's your brother, Kayla. Maybe this will be a man who's true to his words. Maybe he'll hide like Kayla Trujillo, but I want to believe maybe he's a little more like Cody Selhorst. Not Cody Selhorst. Cody Kurth. Why did I go to Rose M. Kelly for help? Same reason I went to Cody Kurth for help. I went to Cody Kurth for help, and his brother knocked his shit off. I went to Rose M. Kelly for help, hoping that Natalie would fucking knock her shit off. You goddamn right I exposed their secrets. You goddamn right I exposed Ted fucking Bollinger. You goddamn right. It's not that I didn't try to show the truth. It's that everyone that I know was too busy hiding in the woodwork like cowards. Now there's a lot of evidence that's missing because of lost and stolen phones, broken phones, and of course, the notorious situations nationwide in this situation. Police nationwide pulling the same tactics. Illegal tactics that Kayla Trujillo herself has posted up many times about how horrible they are, how evil they are. She's a fight the power person. Until she actually can. Instead of sharing the information with me, to the public, to the cops. She wanted to hide it from everyone. That's called playing. I want my evidence back, Kayla Trujillo. I want my USB drives full of evidence back. I want the one from you in Colorado, and I want the one from Molly Smith in Sydney, Nebraska. The recordings show that both of you did in fact have USB drives full of evidence in case something happened to me. A lot of things happened to me and you weren't there. You wanted to tell me pretty words and then you wanted to be negative and tell me that it wouldn't work. Following the law wouldn't work. Kayla Trujillo, I love you and I would die to protect you and your children, and you fucking know it. I would die even to this day to protect Alicia Bollinger or Maddie Boa too. What did you do to me, Kayla? What did you tell me to do? You told me to go kill myself. You even gave me instructions on how to kill myself. You sent me a diagram on how to kill myself. Kayla Trujillo, you're lucky I didn't kill myself, or you'd go to prison for it. No, you wouldn't have, Kayla. You know they wouldn't have investigated. You'd have gotten away with it. You know that I got to the point where I was literally begging people to kill me before Natalie was killed. I was begging them to kill me because they did the same thing you did. They told me that they cared, but they showed that they didn't. Either no call, no shows, or they wanted things in exchange for me showing up and then they just ignored me. Or told me how to think and how to feel and interrupted me over and over again because my words don't matter. I don't matter. If your kids disappear and you get a hold of me, the first thing I'm going to do is post up about your kids missing and try to help find them. Type in the words Alicia Bollinger is missing on my YouTube channel. That was my birthday present in 2019. 2 years after Natalie was killed. 3 years to the day after the last time I saw Natalie Marie Bollinger. 3 years to the day after Frida Nose's gun disappeared. Frida Nose's gun disappeared October 18th of 2016. Here's the thing, Kayla. We recorded all that shit. I didn't have to have your permission. I'm an at-risk adult. I am a disabled adult in an at-risk situation. If you don't go with me, they get to operate under color of law. When did you go in with me? When did you ever, before Natalie died, stop to find out what was going on? You got busted, Kayla, and just like everybody in America, you're taught to play victim when you get busted. And I speak up as soon as you do it. Good to be rid of you. Thank you for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Wait, you already got caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper and your sister's. And no victim left behind. Of course, that is unless they're disabled, homeless, or male. Then you just pawn them off on someone else. Give them pretty words and pretend telling them they just got to love themselves is going to fix it. Let's find out what Kayla Trujillo had to say.